baseball coach for Red River High School. Please join us for a moment of silence as we remember Coach Nick Chime. If able, remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag in center field as we play our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jack Williams Stadium here in North Fargo. It is the winner's bracket game number 15 of this Class AA State American Legion Baseball Tournament. It is top seed Fargo Post 2. Many people, probably including themselves, expected that Post 2 would be in this situation. They will face the Fargo Post 400 Stars, who as the 7th seed has won 3 games to this point and now stand 1 win away from a trip to the final coming up tomorrow. Lineups and batting orders are forthcoming as the first pitch moments away, and we'll be right back.
The 2026 North Dakota American Legion Baseball Class AA State Tournament is brought to you by All Terrain Grounds Maintenance, Shields, Essentia Health, Buffalo Wild Wings, Courtyard by Marriott, Herd and Horns Bar and Grill, Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, Quick Star, Luther Family Ford, North Dakota State University, Radisson Blue, University of North Dakota, and Vision Zero.
As we welcome you back, as we are about ready to get things underway, Caden Nelson taking his warm-up tosses as get a closer look at the talented right-hander as he will make his first appearance here of the State Legion Baseball Tournament here in Class 2A. As Fargo Post 400 defeating Grand Forks yesterday 12-3, and it was small ball, maybe the smallest of small ball, as they used that bunt for some Grand Forks mistakes, as they tied the game up on a bunt that turned into 2 errors and 3 runs to tie things up. They took the lead for good on the 4th, added 6 more in the 5th inning. Gus Wermeyer continues to stay hot for the Stars as he led the offense with 3 hits and an RBI. Kane Mathiasen right there with him, 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. Lineup for the Stars presented by head coach Don Bryan. He's assisted by Jeff Fickner, as Fick, the pitching coach, and by Caden Schwabe. Here's your batting order for the Stars. Leading off will be in left field and Michael Essex. Batting second at first base, Gus Wermeyer. Batting third in center field, Kane Mathiasen. Colby Hansen will hit fourth. He's at second base. Batting fifth in right field, Gus Pankratz. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Alex Christofferson. He will DH for the starting pitcher, and Dylan Solberg will make his second start of the state tournament as the southpaw will be on the hill for Post 400. Batting seventh and catching, Caleb Blanchette. Batting eighth at shortstop, Max Ammerman. Ethan Dahl hits ninth and he is at third base. Setting the defense for post 2, it is Caden Nelson on the mound. Henry Schrum is behind the plate. Colby Ebling is at third base. Wyatt Kozadowski at shortstop. Tate Barnacle at second. Carson Sheik is at first. In the outfield, Brander Hilmert in left field. Hunter Geary is in center. Jack Joyce in right. Michael Essex to lead things off. Essex not in the starting lineup yesterday against Grand Forks. First pitch, 132, and it's fouled off the body of Essex for strike one. It is much more comfortable day. Right now, clouds winning over the sun right now. 79 degrees at first pitch. Meantime, Essex kind of trying to walk that off as I don't know if he got clipped by that foul ball, but Coach Don Bryant coming from the third base coaching box to check on Michael and make sure that he is okay. These teams are just 8 days removed as Texas A&M commit Caden Nelson, who was part of a state high school championship this spring with Fargo South, makes his first appearance. The post 2 pitching staff, 12 innings worth so far, and so far it's consisted Wyatt Kozadowski starting. Beckett Gigstead finished up, did a nice job against Jamestown. That was on Tuesday, late cut and a miss by Essex. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And then yesterday, Carson Sheik took a no-hitter into the 6th inning, settled with a 1-hit shutout. As Essex strikes out here, 1 down.
First baseman, number 19, Gus Wehrmeyer.
Gus Wehrmeyer has had himself a tournament. 7 hits in the state tournament so far for Gus. A win on the mound yesterday. As Gus 3 for 4 with a run batted in against Grand Forks. Plus that win on the mound, he was just under 100 pitches, and as the lead grew for the Stars yesterday, called strike to Gus, and it's 0-1. Just allowed him to finish the deal. He kept it under 105, and that was probably greatly appreciated by the Stars there. Good fastball. And it was a ball, 1-1. One. What good fastball there and a strike 1-2. Take a look at the outfield alignment. As they will swing around and play to pull and fairly deep for Wehrmeyer, who homered against West Fargo on Tuesday. That's hit to center. Hit well, backpedaling, turning from one shoulder to the next, and Geary able to stay with it, make the catch. A well-struck ball, but it's 390 to straightaway center. You're going to have to give it a pretty good ride. Wind's blowing from the north, so you might get a little bit of a push with the wind blowing out. 2 away for the Stars here in the first. And that'll bring up Kane Mathiasen. Mathiasen 6 hits, where basically he and Wehrmeyer have kind of been Batman and Robin when it comes to the offense for Post 400. 6 hits for Kane Mathiasen. Fastball inside, ball 1. They will have their hands full with Caden Nelson today. 12 innings. Post 2 has not surrendered a run. They've given up 2 hits. Not a lot of traffic on the bases. Fouled away by Mathiasen, evens the count at 1. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, a pair of singles yesterday for Kane. 3 for 3 against West Fargo Tuesday. And had a 2-run double and a 5-3 opening round win over Williston. Just off the plate, 2-1 the count. Winner of this game is in the championship. That is a noon first pitch tomorrow. The weather's looking good here the rest of the way for this tournament. Called strike 2-2. If you get through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, but I'll say 5.5 days. You got 2 games, 5.5 to 6. And you have 1 minor delay. We'll take it. Fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Delay yesterday. Rain, maybe more so lightning, too. A lot of the rain that came through the area wasn't a direct hit here on Jack Williams, but at least enough to slow things down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the top of the first, and the pitch. Sharply hit to short, out of the reach of Kozadowski and a base hit. Mathiason's 7th hit of the tournament. Colby Hansen to the plate.
Second baseman, number 2, Colby Hansen.
They'll bring up Colby Hansen. Colby yesterday against Grand Forks, 1 for 5. Set the delivery is a fastball that misses outside. And ball 1. Hansen 2 hits, 2 runs batted in here in the state tournament for Post 400. Breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Teams 8 days removed. They played at the end of the regular season. Post 2 swept the Stars, including an extra inning win in game 1 of that twin bill. Slide step, high chopper to third. Big hop, handled there by Ebling. On to first, and in time, and that'll end the inning. 1 single, and that's all, as Ebling cleanly handled the high 1 hopper. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 stranded, a 17-pitch top of the first for Caden Nelson. Half inning complete, Post 400. Post 2 in this winner's bracket game at state. No score. Post 2 coming up to the plate in just a moment.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Line of a batting order here for Fargo Post 2 as Luke Rustad presents his lineup. Leading off and catching will be Henry Schrum, batting second. At second base, Tate Barnacle. Batting third at shortstop, Wyatt Kozadowski. Batting fourth and pitching will be Caden Nelson. Hunter Geary, the number 5 spot, he's in center field. Batting sixth in right field, Jack Joyce. Batting seventh will be the first baseman, Carson Cheek. Batting eighth in left field, Brander Hilmert. Colby Ebling heading ninth, and he is at third base. Sahlberg's second appearance, second start at state for Post 400. Caleb Blanchett will be behind the plate. Around the infield, Ethan Dahl at third. Max Ammerman at shortstop. Colby Hansen at second. Gus Wermeyer is at first base. In the outfield, Cade Mathiason in center. Michael Essex in left. Gus Pankratz in right. Henry Schrum will lead things off for Post 2. Schrum 1 for 3 yesterday against Bismarck. All 5 of the runs came in the first 3 innings of batting. They really jumped on Jamestown early as well. They kind of picked a little at a time. Kozadowski led along with a solid pitching outing where he went nearly 5 innings work. Sahlberg delivers a strike, and it is 1-1. Sahlberg, if I recall, pitched in relief one of those games here at Jack Williams back on the 23rd of July, a week ago Thursday. Good fastball there, strike, and it is now 1-2. Stars came in under 500 overall, 23-21, but have been opportunistic. They have really played as a whole, pretty good ball in the field. Try to get him to chase. Now 2-2 to Schrum. Tate Barnacle is on deck. It was a 4-3 and 6-1 victories. Pair of wins for Post 2. Sahlberg indeed did go 2 2/3 innings. Out to second. Colby Hansen gets to it on to first. And there's one down.
Second baseman number 3, Tate Barnacle.
So Tate Barnacle, 1 for 2, a double yesterday. Barnacle will be a junior, class of 28 from Fargo South. Good young talent in the middle infield. 4 post 2. Curve, hit hard. Nice play. Ethan Dahl at third. On to first. Low throw. Wermeyer lost his mitt. The ball gets away. Played off the sidewall. And Barnacle will reach second base. Dahl, a hot smash, able to handle it, but threw it low. Wermeyer lost his first baseman's mitt. He's going to go chase it down, as you see there. And he tried to pick it. Ball got away, and Barnacle didn't break stride. Error, first error for the Stars. They committed 2 yesterday after committing just 1 in their first 2 games altogether. One on base runner now for post 2 as Kozadowski, who's a double and a homer in the tournament that came against Jamestown, called strike, and it is 0-1. Sahlberg 2 2/3 innings against post 2 this year. 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Settle the 0-1 into center. That will land for a base hit. Knocked away. It gets away from Matthias and caroms into left center field as Barnacle will come in and score. The throw back into second base. Post 2 takes a 1-0 lead. Single for Kozadowski. So we'll see if they tack an error on that as well. Kozadowski did not get an extra base, but
Pitcher number 13, Caden Nelson.
could maybe make the case whether Barnacle, if he had scored even without the miscue in center field, but for now a single and an RBI. Caden Nelson, pitcher trying to help his own cause, 0 for 2 against Bismarck yesterday. Sahlberg deals, foul to plate, strike 1. Matthias got to that ball and booted it, and they will put an error on the board. They said you could really make a case either way for it. So single and an error charged to Matthiasen. So a couple of miscues for the Stars here in this first inning. Low, and it's 1-1. Sahlberg asking, was it low? Apparently, and 1-1. Sahlberg went 5 1/3 innings Monday against Williston. 7 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 73 pitches, which 3 days of rest, and back and ready to go. Chopper to third. Dahl to fair ball near the bag. Throw on to first is in time. Just got him for the out. On to second goes Kozadowski. So 2-way here for post 2. Last night we were talking about big innings and first inning runs. Maybe a bit of a theme here for this tournament. Post 2 got a first inning run against Jamestown. They also added a first inning run, so they've had 3 runs in the first inning to grab the early lead. All 1 to Hunter Geary. 1 for 3 at a triple yesterday, 2-run triple in the third inning, and also scored a run. Here's a situation here where post 2's gotten 1 and trying to get that early lead. It is really a recipe for success to this point. 2-0. And they are very good at the opposition. Makes a mistake, they pounce on it. 2-0. Essex off the line in left, and the delivery. Called strike 2-1. Let's see Michael there in left. Not a view of Pancratz, but he's a little more shallow. He is, got to see him there, kind of the top right corner of your screen. A couple of steps in and right. Kozadowski dancing off of second base. Fastball off the plate, misses 3-1. And I think the Stars probably know their offensive opportunities might not be real plentiful. Caden Nelson's on his game today. So it's up to Sahlberg to weave his way through a very disciplined and pretty talented post-2 batting order. 3-1 the count, 2 away here in the first. Here's ball 4. Sahlberg walked 2 in his outing Monday.
Right fielder number 16, Jack Joyce.
Almost 400. 21 innings of pitching coming into play today here in the state tournament. Had walked 8. There's number 9 there as left-handed hitting Jack Joyce to the plate in right field. 0 for 2. A sacrifice fly brought home a run yesterday for post 2. And a called strike, 0-1. Sahlberg will be a senior to be at Davies High School. 0-1. Blanchette knocks it down, and Kozadowski will break for third. He'll reach. Good read by Kozadowski there as Blanchette able to knock it down, but again, a quick read, and all it takes if you get that first stride or two, you can take an extra 90 feet, and he did just that. So first and third. The 1-1 count to Joyce. Mathiasen shading him several steps into right center. He'll play him to pull. Chopper wide of first and foul. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Winners in the championship tomorrow. The loser of this game not done today. We'll play the late game tonight versus the winner of game 2. Elimination game with Jamestown and West Fargo. Out to second, Hansen gobbles it up, and we'll go on to first to Wermeyer, and that'll end the inning. So Sahlberg gives up 1, but no more in the bottom of the first inning. 1 run on 1 hit, a pair of errors, and 2 left on. We're through 1 here at Jack Williams Stadium. Winners bracket game here in the state Class 2A American Legion Baseball Tournament. It was a 20-pitch inning for Sahlberg. Pulls 2 as the early lead. It's 1-0 after 1 here from Jack Williams Stadium.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Can you hear it? It's heritage. Can you feel it? It's transformation. Can you see it? It's a new kind of horizon. Your brightest moment is right now. North Dakota State University. See how far your horizons will go.
Almost 400 down 1-0. It's Gus Pankratz will lead things off. Just want a quick word here. There was a moment of silence prior to the game here this afternoon. Awful news in the Legion baseball community. Nick Shine, coach for several years for Grand Forks Post 6, passed away early this morning. The delivery is a ball, a good baseball man. Passing away either late last night or early this morning, and he was just here last night, and now he's not. But condolences to his family and everybody in the Grand Forks baseball community. He will be missed. 1-1 to Pankratz as Top of the second, 1-0. A moment of silence here before first pitch. Strike to Gus, and it's 1-2. Pankratz, 2 hits here in the state tournament. 1-2. He's throwing a good fastball there. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Christopherson, Caleb Blanchette to follow here for Fargo post 2, or excuse me, for post 400, as half swing. It's a breaking pitch and was able to hold up on the swing, and it's now a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Three-two, tapped out to short. Big hop. Kozadowski waits, throws it low, and a good pick. Over at first there by Carson Cheek, and there's one down. He waited for it. And that's always the risk. You think you're going to get a friendly hop. Sometimes you do, sometimes not, but able to throw a strike to first with some assistance and a nice pick by Sheik. One away in the second for Christopherson. 1 for 5 yesterday. Scored twice. Had a run batted in as well. He is 1 for 7 in the tournament. Huge win on the mound. Here's a high chopper to third, backing up on it. Ebling, line throw to first, and that one gets away. That will go to the sidewall as Christopherson will keep running. And he's at second, thinking about third, and he will stay put. Just one error in the field for post 2 yesterday, and that one on a high one hopper. It appeared that he wasn't really able to step into that throw. Kind of had to throw it off really his back foot when getting away from Sheik, so an error, and there's an opportunity here for post 400. Figure post 2 is not going to give you some extra outs. They have here, and Blanchette to the plate. Set of the delivery. They do bunt, popped up. It was caught down below as it went up and over the screen and onto the concourse, and a nice stab for strike 1. That could have ended poorly. It did not. Until you have fans that their head at a swivel, you never know when one's going to come your way. Sheik coming in at the edge of the grass at first, and a strike to Blanchette. And it is 2 strikes. 1 for 7 in the state tournament, and a guy that is a pretty adept bunter for the Stars. Sheik back about even with the bag at first. Nelson long pause. Fastball misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Down to 4 teams left. Seeds remaining. Post 2 at 1. West Fargo 2. And then Stars at 7. Jamestown at 9. We knew there'd be a team or two that might surprise, and really there are 2. 1-2 in the delivery. High hopper over the mound, and a big hop played at second. Off balance throw. Barnacle got him on a heck of a play, and there's 2 down. Took a big hop at Barnacle behind the bag, stayed with it.
Shortstop, number 10.
Of an off balance throw on the run, got him 2 down. That does move Christopherson to third. It'll be up to Max Hammerman here with 2 down. Hammerman looking for his first hit here in the 2026 state tournament, called Strike Nothing in 1. This tournament will finish up this weekend, keeping an eye on some of the other tournaments around the region as winners from around the Midwest. The winners from Iowa, Nebraska, the Dakotas, and Minnesota, along with host Mandan, that'll be the field for the Central Plains, which will start next Thursday in Mandan. Team out of Dubuque, Iowa is the Iowa champ. Rapid City, not quite in the driver's seat, but post 22, the Hard Hats, the only unbeaten team left in that tournament in South Dakota. They are hosting that in Rapid City. Minnesota tournament will finish up this weekend. 1-2 to Ammerman. And Carpetland Lincoln East, Carpetland Rugs, who won the Central Plains last year, is still in the running to get back to the Central Plains. They play Creighton Prep today in that tournament. In the dirt, as breaking towards the plate was Christofferson. Is Schrum able to get a piece of it, keep it in front of him? And Christofferson had, for a moment, inklings about heading to the plate and thought the wiser of it. 2-2 to Ammerman. Tying run at third here in the second. Two from Nelson, half swing. That will, I believe, cost him. And it is strike three, and the inning is over. Breaking pitch down and in. Ammerman could not hold up on the swing, and that'll do it. No runs on no base hits. There was one error and one runner left on base.
Nelson pitch count 33.
16 pitches in the inning for Caleb Nelson, and he stands at 33. Caden Nelson, 33 pitches through two, as we are through an inning and a half. Post two leads 1-0.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
Gear up for Quickstar's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 16th, play each day for free in your Quick Rewards app and score bonus plays with every eligible item you grab. Every day, someone's cashing in. So open the app and get climbing. Win big with Quickstar's Mountain Dew Quick Climb.
Carson Sheik will lead things off. It is the bottom third of the order. 4-2 against the Southpaw Sahlberg. Carson Sheik, 10 strikeouts on the mound, did not hit yesterday. As ball one here, it'll be Sheik, Brander Hilmert, and Colby Ebling to get their first glance at Sahlberg. Down and in, 1-1 the count. Pitch on the way. It is called strike. 2-1. Okay, thank you. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Changing speeds there, Hannabout in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And winds expected from the north today, which will bring some cooler air, and might see a little more push from those fly balls as the wind blowing out a bit. Good swing by Sheik there and fouls it back to make it 2-2. Sheik pitched against the Stars in game 1. It was a 4-3 come from behind win for the Stars here at Jack Williams Stadium. Outside in a full count. Sheik 0 for 2 with a run batted in. They used 4 pitchers in game 2 in a 6-1 victory back on the 23rd. Out to short. Booted by Ammerman, and Sheik is on the third error of the afternoon, charge to post 400. Able to get in front of it. Couldn't handle it cleanly. So an error 6, and already 3 errors assessed to the Stars. Here is Hilmert. Brander 1 for 2, scored a run yesterday against Bismarck, and was 5 hits against the Governors yesterday. They got all 5 runs. Single runs in the first 2 innings, 3 in the third, and that was more than enough to take care of the Govs. Bismarck eliminated last night 5-1 by West Fargo. Caden Rademacher, after a run in the first inning, was lights out. 1-0 to Hilmert. Modest lead at first from Sheik. Lined and caught. Nice stab there by Ammerman for the out. Sharply hit, but sometimes the best thing can happen to a guy that makes an error is the ball finds him again, and it did, and able to snare that line drive. One away for Colby Ebling. We've seen him at short here at State. He's at third today. Kozadowski in the shortstop spot. Ebling at a sacrifice fly. Brought home a run yesterday against Bismarck. Ebling had 2 hits, 2 for 3. Game 2 as he tries to bunt, bunts it foul. And a bunt for a hit there and strike 1, but he went 2 for 3. Scored 2, knocked in 1. Back on the 2030 6-1 win. He is 2 for 5 against the Stars this year. First time they met here in the state tournament since 2021. And as they are this year, they were the 7 seed that year. The tournament was out in Mandan in the dirt, knocked down by Blanchette, 1-1. Stars upset post 2 on their way to quite a tournament run. Beat Minot, beat West Fargo. Eventually took second. West Fargo overtook them in the championship games. North Dakota got 2 teams that year to the Central Plains tournament, which was in Sioux Falls. 1-1. Roller out to short to second for 1, and on to first, not in time. Not hit real hard to try and turn 2 on that. They do get the lead base runner.
Top of the order, catcher number 12, Henry Schrum.
So Ebling's at first, 2 away. Top of the order now in Schrum. Grotto to second is first at bat. And for Sahlberg to be effective, going to have to probably keep that ball basically at the letters to about the belt. Going to have to keep the ball down. And off the plate there, ball 1 to Schrum. The delivery in the air to right field. Towards the line, Pankratz waits and circling through it, and Gus Pankratz makes the catch in right field to retire Henry Schrum, and that'll do it for post 2 in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, there are no hits, 1 Stars error, and 1 left on. Check on the pitch count here for Sahlberg. 34? So a 14 pitch inning for Sahlberg, 34 through 2. We're through 2 here at Jack Williams Stadium. Post 2 leads at 1-0.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and burgers. There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings. With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. The greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, winning this game doesn't guarantee you're going to win a state title, but it does make the road to it a heck of a lot easier. And with only one team, you don't have two teams making it this year. The 8-team field has turned into 6 for the Central Plains. So that makes that winning this game put you in the driver's seat, where all it takes is one more to guarantee a state championship, as almost 400 to bat here in the top of the third. It's a 1-0 post 2 lead. Ethan Dahl, number 9 batter. Pitches low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Dahl 1 for 4. Scored 3 runs, also knocked in a run batted in. He probably had the play of the game that got the Stars back into it. A bunt that maybe went 20, 25 feet or so. With 2 runners on, 2 throwing errors later, everybody had scored. And it turned into a T-ball home run. That tied the game at 3. And really, things swung the Stars' way from that point forward. 3-0 now to Dahl. Essex and Wermeyer to follow in the third. Inside corner to strike. Dahl with 2 hits so far here at State for the Stars. 3-1. Strike called, full count. Nelson started the inning, 33 pitches. And so far they've only had to use 2 pitchers coming into today. There is strike 3. It comes all the way back. And Dahl's caught window shopping. 1 down.
Left fielder Michael Essex the third.
Third strikeout for Caden Nelson. Top of the order now, and Essex to the plate. So the first time through the order, a single and an error, and that has been it so far from the Stars batting order. Essex struck out in his first at bat. And the delivery. Just inside for ball 1. When the summer started, Essex was splitting time between the Comets, the Class A team affiliated with Post 400. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. And pretty much has become a full-time player with the Stars and has been a pretty productive one. 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1 the count. Those 2 in pretty good shape pitching-wise. This is just their third pitcher through 3 games, and they do have a whole arsenal to pick from. 2-2. Good fastball there, and when that fastball has been needed from Caden Nelson, it has not let him down to this point. 2-2, struck him out.
First baseman
3 straight strikeouts for Nelson. He might be heating up. Here's Gus Wermeyer. Gus flying to deep center in his first at bat. Home run he hit on Tuesday was just to the right of the 340 sign in pretty much straight away right field. That was a big run in the 7th. A 4-1 win over West Fargo. Cut and a miss, and 1 strike the count. And, well, between Gus and his brothers, the Wermeyer family probably been playing as long as Post 400 has been in existence. The delivery. Out to second. Diving stop. Nice play there. Barnacle gets up. Throws him out. Nice play there as Barnacle went to his right to throw out a man in the second. There, a diving stop in the hole. Takes a hit away from Wermeyer.
No errors, no runners.
And a 1-2-3 inning for Nelson. a 13-pitch inning for Nelson, 46 through 3. Stars are down in order as we are after 2.5 in the books. Post 2 holds on to a 1-0 lead here at Jack Williams Stadium. We'll be back.
If you're looking for a car or truck and you don't know where to go, Luther Family Ford's a place where prices are so low. Honesty, integrity are what we stand for. Lowest prices every day is what we have in store. Our sales and service is the best, you'll know it ain't no lie. Just come on down to Luther Family Ford and you'll see why.
Just off I-29 and 32nd Avenue. See you there.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Bottom of the third inning, post 2, a 1-0 advantage. 3 games today. Following this one, scheduled for 4:30, West Fargo and Jamestown. That is an elimination game. Patriots, who lost to the Stars Tuesday. 2 wins in the long, arduous road back to try and at least get to the championship and defend their title. Tate Barnacle a strike. Barnacle, Kozadowski, and Caden Nelson to face Sahlberg. 1-1. Caden Nelson went 5-0 in the spring. Pitched 32 2/3 innings for Fargo South in the spring. That's pulled to left, trouble, and fair. That one's in to the left field corner, chased down by Essex. On his way to second, and leadoff double for Tate Barnacle.
Shortstop number 1, Wyatt Kozadowski.
So Barnacle drilling a double to the left field corner, and good start for post 2 as they get the leadoff man on. Kozadowski. Single brought home a run in the first. It's your lone run of the game, and he has a chance to maybe be involved in this as well. See Wormeyer into the grass at first, in case a bunt is in order. Sahlberg deals. He squared, pulled back, and missed away. It's ball 1. Really, in the last decade plus, it's either been post 2 or West Fargo as the state champs. Kozadowski offered on the bunt attempt. That'll cost him a strike, 1-1. You go in the spring with various high schools in Fargo and West Fargo as well, where some of these guys might be opponents in the spring, teammates in the summer, or vice versa. Same thing applies at West Fargo as well, with 1 Legion team and 3 schools, 1-1. Down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Wormeyer not quite far as in on the grass. He's kind of about the cutoff at first. Set the 2-1. Missed off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. As far as pitchers left for post 400, Braden Downer might be a possibility, either this game or maybe whatever comes next for the Stars, whether it's later tonight or on Saturday. They've not used him as of yet. Tyler Frederick, another guy that finished up his ball 4 to Kozadowski here. Post 2 has something cooking. 2 on, nobody out. You get to the middle of the order now, and Caden Nelson.
Pitcher number 13, Caden Nelson.
Grounded to third in his first at bat. Nice play by Dahl at the bag. As Essex off the line in left field. Mathiasen maybe a step or two into left center. Nelson bunts. Good one down the third base line. Dahl on the run, fires to first and late. Butt single. And they're loaded with nobody out. A lot of times you aren't asking your cleanup guy to bunt, but
Center fielder number 4, Hunter.
he dropped a beauty, and Dahl did about all he could on that. So a bunt single of a courtesy runner for Nelson.
At first base, number 8, Evan Felber.
Evan Felber will run at first. We welcome Evan to the broadcast today, and it's bases loaded, nobody out for Geary. Geary walked at his first plate appearance. In at the corners, double plate up the middle for the Stars. Sahlberg deals low, ball one. And here's, they've loaded him up, and here's Post 2's opportunity to, they had a chance to make this a big inning. Sahlberg kept them to 1. Stranded a couple in the first. It's going to take some doing. 1-0, and just low and outside. 2-0 the count. Okay. Tyler Frederick is up in the bullpen for Post 400. Frederick did finish up, actually pitched pretty well in relief against Williston and hasn't pitched since then, so he's got a full allotment. I figured he's one of the guys that might be available today for the Stars. Right center field. Into right center. Pankratz settling under it. Catch is made. Lead 2 runners will tag. The throw back into second, and a run is home. Barnacle scores, and Kozadowski takes third base. Sacrifice fly for Geary. 2-0 now, Post 2.
Jack Joyce.
It's a fundamentally sound at bat as that gets the job done. Not only a run, but the advance. Kozadowski now to third. So first and third, one out for Joyce. Grounded to second in his first at bat. So Felber. Modest lead off of first. Lefty to lefty matchup here as in on the hands of Joyce and a foul back. So 2-0. One strike. And one away here in the bottom of the third inning. Slide step to the plate. Runner heads to second. Throw was thrown right at the second baseman. And Colby Hansen, in self-defense, made that catch. And one strike. So Blanchette didn't throw it to the bag. He threw it to the second baseman. And I'm not sure Colby was expecting it was going to end up there, but it did. 1-1 the count. This will bring the infield in now for Post 400. As they play Joyce to pull in the outfield. 2-1. Frederick up earlier. Looks like he has stopped for now in the Stars bullpen. Two 2-1. Back down by Blanchette. 3 balls, 1 strike. See that wind picking up a little bit. See the flag there at the top of the screen. whipping a little bit. Three, 1, and ball 4. Walk to Joyce. That'll load him up. And they are full for Carson Sheik with 1 out here in the 3rd. Reached on an error in his first plate appearance, and the mound visit is, we might have a change coming. Jeff Victor headed out, and it might be the end of the line here for the lefty Dylan Sahlberg. So, and Fick will ask for the ball, and that will be it for Sahlberg. 2 1/3 innings of work, and I believe it'll be Tyler Frederick next here for the Stars. Is pitching change coming here. So 51 for 2 1/3 innings of work for Sahlberg.
And your attention, please. Now pitching for the Stars, number 4, Tyler Frederick.
So Frederick on here for Fargo Post 400, and he has himself a pickle to try and get out of. Bases loaded, 1 in and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So we're DHing for Sahlberg, so I'd imagine that will just be a straight switch in that regard. Is 2 1/3 innings for Sahlberg, 3 hits so far, 2 runs, 1 earned. 3 bases on balls, did not strike out a batter. So Frederick on, bases loaded, 1 out, 2-0 game. Post 2 with the lead, threatening for more. We'll be back in a second.
The 2026 North Dakota American Legion Baseball Class AA State Tournament is brought to you by All-Terrain Grounds Maintenance, Shields, Essentia Health, Buffalo Wild Wings, Courtyard by Marriott, Herd and Horns Bar and Grill, Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, Quick Star, Luther Family Ford, North Dakota State University, Radisson Blue, University of North Dakota, and Vision Zero.
So a 2-0 game as Sahlberg finished with 51 pitches and just over half strikes. He has 3 walks. Tyler Frederick, second appearance of the state tournament. He was able to record the final 5 outs. Got a save against Williston Monday. Gave up 2 hits. Did not walk or strike out a batter. So all 3 state tournaments are now underway. Class B starting today down in Lisbon.
First baseman, number 23, Carson Sheik.
The A tournament is into day 2. Kindred was up in their consolation game earlier today. I believe they won. They did 10-3. Winners bracket game start at 4. The Fargo Jets will face Devils Lake, and then Castleton and Valley City at 6:30. Should be 2 very good matchups there. Bases loaded, 1 out. Sheik reached on an error in his first plate appearance. And the bases are full of red and black out there as Frederick takes ball 1. Or he delivers ball 1, to Sheik. So far, the way that Caden Nelson has gone, I almost feel like 2 would be enough, but post 2 looking for more as now 2-0 the count. I always wonder, this is a tough situation for any pitcher to come into. You're inheriting, quite frankly, a mess. Your job is to clean it up best you can. 2-0 the count. But there are guys that thrive in situations. They want the ball in these situations. 3-0 the count. Wins pick it up. Flag pointing now basically straight out towards the scoreboard in right center field. 3-0 to Sheik. A dealer's choice for him at this point if he gets something good to try and turn and burn on. It is ball 4. That'll force in a run. It's a 3-0 game. Bases loaded, walk to Sheik, and That will force home Kozadowski. Everybody else
Left fielder, number 14, Brander
gets a
Hilmer.
free 90 as Felber to third. Joyce at second. Sheik on the run batted in. And that'll bring up Hilmer. Oh, we saw it last night. West Fargo got 4 runs and a hit, and they got 4 runs, and they kind of let the game come to them. They didn't have to force the issue. The delivery is inside ball 1, and teams like that are disciplined offensively, especially in scenarios like this. You got 2 on, 3 on. Don't get yourself out. You get a good pitch to try and drive, do so, but pitcher's got to come to you, as they say. Swing and a miss. Good location there from Frederick. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frederick primarily used as a relief pitcher for post 400. It's like Tucker Kozin maybe loosening up for... Oh, it's Oshner. Okay. He's another guy that is available. It's like about Oshner and Kozin. That might be some options for today, this game, and if there is a second one for the Stars or tomorrow, win or lose, they know they've got at least one more game available. So Oshner warming up and quickly in the Stars bullpen. 2-1 in the air, center field. Playable, maybe deep enough to get another run home. Catch made by Mathiasen. As taking up and scoring on the play. Scoring was Felber. They throw to third base to keep the other runners at their respective bases. It's a 3-0 game now.
Third baseman, number 6, Colby Eagling.
Hilmer to sacrifice flies. 2 sac flies in the inning. 4-0 now in favor of post 2. Third run of the inning scoring. And that'll bring up Eagling. Wrapped into a fielder's choice. So 2 sacrifice fly, a bases loaded walk. As the runner heads for third. Throw down to third base and close play, safe. Stolen base there for Joyce. Not a bad throw from Blanchette. Don Bryant's going to come out and ask about that call at third. The throw looked like it beat him. The tag was late. I think that's, and I'm sure that's, like I said, the throw beat him, but I don't think Dahl got the tag down in time, and that's probably the reason for the call. So Joyce takes third base on the stolen base. Got a good jump on Frederick. One strike to Colby Eagling. Winner of this game has the rest of the day free. They'll get ready for the championship tomorrow at noon here at Jack Williams. Foul to the netting. And 2 strikes. Jamestown and West Fargo next at 4:30, and Post 400 has been a good story in this tournament. So was Jamestown, quite frankly, the number 9 seed. After losing to Post 2 on Tuesday, has come back with wins over, good win over Grand Forks, swing and a miss, and Frederick with a strikeout there to get Eagling. And the side is retired, but 3 in the inning for Fargo Post 2. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. Post 2 with a big inning there and a productive inning as they bat 8. Now a 4-0 lead through 3 innings of play. We're back with more from Jack Williams Stadium in the Class AA State Legion Baseball Tournament after this.
I thought leadership meant running meetings or giving speeches. But there are so many different moments that create a leader. Lead your own way, in ways big and small. at the University of North Dakota.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
Look at the totals: 4 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Post 2. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for Fargo Post 400. Final line for Dylan Solberg: 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs. He walked 3 and did not strike out a batter. So Nelson now staked to more run support, a 4-0 edge as we head to the top of the 4th. Kane Mathiasen singled in the first 7 hits here in the state tournament. He and Wermeyer 7 each for the Stars. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Mathiasen, Colby Hansen, and Gus Pankratz for the Stars. A 1, cued foul and 2 strikes. Well, the sun's starting to take over through the clouds, and if you're not a hot weather fan, you'd like today. Speared there by the pitcher Nelson, underhanded flip for the first out. 1 away in the 4th.
Second baseman, number 2, Colby Hansen.
6 in a row set down by the Texas A&M commit. 1 away in the 4th for Colby Hansen. Hansen's been a big part of this program the last 3-4 years. His younger brother is on one of the junior teams for Post 400 as well, called Strike and Nothing in 1. Rounded a third in his first at bat. 0-1. Outside 1-1. Outfield straight away, and I think right now Nelson in a good groove, and part of that is now 2-1 to Colby Hansen, where if you get in a run like that, you retire 6, 7, 8 batters in a row, and you don't have to pitch out of the set. That doesn't hurt. Target down from Schrum, and that one hits Colby Hansen. He will gain first base. Post 400 gets 1 out base runner. That'll bring up Pankratz. Gus grounded a short in his first at bat, as Pankratz 1 for 5 yesterday. Just 1 run batted in at a sacrifice fly in the 3rd, and talked about big innings, and really a couple of them for the Stars. 5-run 3rd was all the offense they got and needed Monday. Beat Williston, and then a pair of 3-run innings, but the 6-run 5th put it out of reach yesterday against Grand Forks. Swing and a miss by Pankratz, and strike 1. Gus is headed to, I believe it's Alexandria Technical College, and been a lot of area players. In fact, a young man at first base, one of them, Colby Hansen. Here's the 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. That program has been able to get some players out of the area. In Fargo Moorhead, they've had a lot of success. They went to the Junior College National Championships. That's Division III, 1-1 the count. Here's the set and the delivery. It is upstairs 2-1. So talking about a lot of guys going to the JUCO route with programs like Alexandria, and DSCS has certainly made some strides. They're about 6 years into their baseball program now, and Jack Junker's done a good job just kind of making strides with that program down in Wahpeton. If you want to play baseball, that's certainly an option available. 2-1. One out in the fourth. Schrum, a nice backhanded swipe on that pitch from Nelson. 3-1 the count. So far, post 400, 15 and post 2, 15 and a third innings of shutout baseball here in the state tournament. 3-1, and a walk to Pancratz. 2 on, 1 out for Christofferson. And then we'll draw a visit from Gunnar Lindstedt, pitching coach for Post 2. So first time that 400 has been able to get multiple runners on in an inning. Christofferson reached on an error, got as far as third, got to third with 2 out in the second. Again, they have not surrendered a run, and they still have a lot of bullets in the chamber when it comes. They've got still a good arsenal of pitchers available to them.
Designated hitter number 6, Alex Christofferson.
So far, 58 pitches, the unofficial count here for Caden Nelson as he works here in the fourth and has a 4-run cushion at 4-0. Outfield will play straight away throughout for Christofferson. Here's the set and the delivery. Fastball strike, 0-1. One strike. Check of the runner at second. Another glance behind him. Nelson to the plate. Fastball strike. Out the letters, and it is 0-2 now to Christofferson. Blanchette is on deck. Stars had 11 hits yesterday, and 8 of the 9 batters in the starting lineup had at least one. Warmeyer 3, Mathiasen 2, handful of guys with 1 hit. 0-2. Ground ball right side. That is into right for a base hit. Rounding third as Hansen will get the green light home. He'll score. And the Stars are on the board. It is now a 4-1 game. That one scooting on through to the right side. Christofferson with an RBI single.
Catcher number 7.
Pancratz to second, and that'll bring up Blanchette. Christofferson's second hit, second run batted in the state tournament. Stars get one back. First run allowed by Post 2 here at state. And that'll bring up Blanchette. Grounded to second, his first at bat. But breaking pitch that time and a strike. 0-1. There's not a lot of secrets. Geary, there you see, he is well into right center field. Is Blanchette a guy that going to wear out the right side of the diamond as a whole? Outside, that one gets away to the screen. And Pancratz moves to third. Christofferson to second. And it's 1-1 to Blanchette. As there will be activity in the Post 2 bullpen. It's Beckett Gigstead will go loosen up. Ground ball right side. Diving stop Barnacle. It'll score one. They throw the runner out at first on a heck of a play. Another fine play in the field by Barnacle. The run scores to make it a 4-2 game. In the back of my mind, as much as the Stars like to bunt, and you wondered if that might have been in order, that did the job as well. So RBI for Blanchette. Runner to third now and 2 down. First RBI of the tournament for Blanchette. Here's Ammerman. High hopper out to second. Barnacle waits. On to first and in time. That'll end the inning. One pitch Ammerman retired as Stars get a couple back here in the top of the fourth inning. They'll get 2 on one base hit. 2 runs, 1 hit.
1 hit. 1 runner left.
There was no errors, 1 left on as we are halfway home here from Jack Williams Stadium, Class 2A state tournament. 65 the pitch count for Nelson as we head to the bottom of the 4th. 3.5 in the books. It is 4-2. Close to.
There are times in life when being aggressive is necessary. It can help you win the game. Being assertive can help you close the deal. Charging ahead can help you overcome obstacles. But when it comes to driving, being aggressive can be deadly. Speeding, tailgating, and cutting off other drivers can cause crashes and put lives at risk. Always drive responsibly and never aggressively. Remember, speeding catches up with you.
Those 2 will bring the top of the order up against Frederick. Frederick, who inherited a bases loaded situation in relief of the starter Sahlberg. Now we'll get a clean slate here in the bottom of the 4th. Schrum, Barnacle, and Kozadowski for post 2. First pitch to Schrum. It is inside for ball 1. Henry is grounded to second, fly to right. Activity again. It is Oshner getting loose in the Stars bullpen. 2-0. Leadoff man has reached base each of the last 2 innings. Barnacle hitting a double and scoring last inning. Inside corner, strike to Schrum, 2-1. Jamestown and West Fargo will follow. The loser of this game comes back in the finale tonight. Shot to third, just foul. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. The West Fargo Jamestown winner sticks around and face the loser of this game here. That will set up the second team left. 4 left. 2 will be Vamos after today. 2-2, and it's a full count. Again, a win here, and all it takes is 1 more to win you a state title, and your ticket punch to Mandan for the Central Plains next weekend. A loss, and that road gets a lot longer. 3-2. In the air to left. Hit well, deep, back. Essex chasing, can't get it. It's up against the fence in left center field, and Schrum hustling to second has a double to start things in the 4th. Essex chasing after it, thought he did have a chance on that ball as it hit just in front of the left center field fence.
Number 5, Becca
Beckett Gigstad will run at second. A double for Schrum, second double for post 2. They have 4 hits now for the afternoon. That'll bring up Barnacle as the other double. Lace one to the left field corner and scored on Geary's sacrifice fly. Might be in a situation for a bunt. Wermeyer, you can see where he's located defensively right now. Just in case Barnacle does opt to square. He does. There's the bunt, a good one. Frederick slips, down he goes. And Barnacle reaches on the bunt single. We saw that happen a couple of times last night. Pitchers for Grand Forks and Jamestown slipped on bunt attempts. As Barnacle able to deaden that ball, and it just died on that grass in front of home plate. Bunt single, and runners on the edges with nobody out. Kozadowski to the plate. And Jeff Fichtner will come out for a visit. Frederick getting a couple of pitches. He did slip. Fichtner out. I don't think it's will act as a trip. I think it might be like an injury, just to check and see he's okay. That I don't think will be counted as a trip to the mound, and I think just went out there to see if his pitcher was okay, and that was that. The umpires gave him a couple of warm-up tosses, and yep, no trip. Now Don Bright's coming out to going to talk and visit with the home plate umpire. Well, 3 umpires are going to confer, and they're going to consider that offensive conference of the mound. It was not a trip to the mound. It was kind of an injury situation, or just making sure that he wasn't hurt. Frederick, after slipping and going down on the bunt attempt. But at least Stars coach Don Bryant put it in the kind of the bucket of the air, the umpires to at least discuss it. Three-man crew, and I think Ryan Engelman's the one that's really doing most of the talking in the discussion. Luke Rusted, post 2 head coach, kind of eavesdropping on the discussion. Out comes Don Bryant again. The umpires will give Don the explanation. So I think that's the question of whether Pulse 400 is going to be charged a trip to the mound, and whether that was the case or not, because Jeff Fichtner came out and never really ever got to the mound. He just went out there to check on Frederick, who slipped on the bunt attempt, and I think the question was they're going to charge that as a trip to the mound or not. That's not the only thing I could think would be in question there. So first and third, nobody out, and Kozadowski, who has singled and walked, steps in with an RBI chance. Post 2 trying to get some runs back here in the 4th. Strike 1. Outfield straight away. Get a look at the offensive or the defensive alignment, outfield alignment. That's Frederick, his second outing here in the state tournament. Squeeze is on, safety squeeze. Frederick off the mound. They go to first, get the out there. To second goes Barnacle. And pitcher to first to get Kozadowski. Safety squeeze there as Gigstad stays put at third base. Second and third, one out, and that'll bring up Caden Nelson.
Pitcher number 13, Caden Nelson.
Nelson is single. He's lifted for the courtesy runner who came in to score. Part of that 3-run third inning. 2 sacrifice flies, one from Geary, one from Hilmert, and a bases loaded walk. Brought home the 3 runs. So now, second and third, one out, and they are not going to deal with Caden Nelson. They will give him the free pass.
Brings to the plate center fielder number 4, Hunter Geary.
And I'll bring up Geary. Felber will run it first. Welcome back out. Felber to first base there as an intentional walk. That fills first, and I think the Stars wanted anything to do with Caden Nelson. They'll give it a shot with Hunter Geary. So a question I have in now where you don't have to throw the 4 pitches. Bases loaded, one out. I don't have the answer. Here's a drive to right. Pankratz will make the catch. And the runner will try and tag. Throw to the plate is not in time as Gigstad will score. Third sacrifice fly of the game for Fargo post 2. That brings home a run. It's a 5-2 advantage. So Geary, a couple of sacrifice flies to his credit. As that'll make it a 5-2 game as
right fielder number 16, Jack Joyce.
Or if they might appeal at third, perhaps, as Dahl's at third. We'll see if they elect to appeal, perhaps at third. Yep, they're going to appeal. See if he left early. He did not. Don Bryant came out a couple of steps from the dugout and I think was trying to get the umpire's attention and his team's attention to see if Gigstad left early on that. He did not. So second and first as Joyce to the plate. Joyce is grounded to second and walked. And the delivery, swing and a miss by Joyce and strike 1. The question I have, so we don't have to throw the 4 pitches on the intentional walk. Does that count as 1 pitch or 4? None. Even better if you're a pitcher. So as far as pitch count goes, since you don't have to do the 4 wide ones, it counts as 0. That answers my question. Thank you. 1 strike. Popped up, foul on a play. I'm surprised they don't, quite frankly, that they don't do that. 2 strikes. There's questions like that. There's just kind of little things like that there's been little changes and adjustments to the game like that at this level, even in minor leagues and the big leagues, that sometimes those little things you don't always have the answer to. 0-2. Joyce, high fly ball. Right center field, hit well as Pankratz settling under it, and he will make the catch out in right center field. Joyce just missed it, and that will end the inning, but post 2 does get a run. Leadoff double from Schrum. Gigstad comes to run in for him, and he comes across. 24 is the pitch count now for Tyler Frederick. They get a run and a pair of hits to post 2.
2 hits,
No errors, and they leave 2 on. 4 in the books here from Jack Williams Stadium. It's a 5-2 post 2 lead here in this winner's bracket game. The State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, You listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
Post 2 getting one back. And again, the runs, 3 sacrifice flies, 2 of them from Geary. Again, fundamentally, if you are a fan of old school baseball, get a guy on, move him over, get him in. That is what Post 2 has been able to do multiple times. 5-2, we handle the 5th. Ethan Dahl, Michael Essex, and Gus Wermeyer to face Caden Nelson. 20 was the pitch count last inning, which was his most in an inning to this point. Strike to Dahl, 0-1. This will be pitch number 67 for the right-hander. Sharply hit and out of the reach of Kozadowski. There's a leadoff single for Dahl here in the top of the 5th inning. Third hit for the Stars.
Top of the order, left fielder number 26.
And top of the order, and Michael Essex. Pair of strikeouts for Essex. So Essex to the plate. Set. And Essex shortened up for a bunt attempt in ball 1. Michael, a guy with some speed, if he can drop a bunt down and you try to put a little pressure on the defense, and Pulse 400 does use the bunt as a weapon a lot. Exhibit A was yesterday afternoon. 1-0. Strike called, 1-1. 400 got 2 against Nelson in the 4th inning, and now a situation here back to the top of the order is Dahl, leadoff man, reaching that if you're going to make a run, this might be the inning. 1-1 pitch, off the plate, and 2-1. Was activity in the top of the 4th inning in the pen for Pulse 2, but it appears to have stopped for the moment. 2-1 to Nelson. And the delivery. Flipped foul by Essex out of play, and 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glad you're with us here in coverage of the state Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament via Fargo Post 2 Baseball on their YouTube page, presented by Walker Mowers. 2-2, time call. We are 15 games in with the potential for, well, 2 more today for sure. Potential for 18 total, or maybe a 19th if it all plays out. 2-2, full count to Essex. So 3-2. Dahl's running here with nobody out and down 3. Runner does not go, and Essex down on strikes for the 3rd time. Like a slider there and 1 away.
first baseman, number 19, Gus Wehrmeyer.
5 strikeouts now for Caden Nelson. I'll bring up Gus Wehrmeyer. Strikeout number 5 as Nelson, pitch count wise, is Wehrmeyer. Fly to center and grounded to second. 73 pitches right now. Set and the delivery is the one outside, 1-0 to Wehrmeyer. So the post 2 staff, namely Nelson, has kept Wehrmeyer off the bases so far this afternoon. It's a nice Friday afternoon crowd as Gunnar Lindstedt will come out for a visit. So mound visit coming is see, this is just the first trip, so I think there's activity. There was in the post 2 bullpen. I think somebody, they're a little stirring down there, and they might be stalling a little bit if that's the case. Conference at the mound comes to a close. I was wondering with umpires, as soon as the pitching coach comes out there, home plate umpire will come out there and almost meet them step for step and say, let's get a move on. Some will give them a little more time. And so first trip, Wehrmeyer with a 1-0 count. Set in the 1-0. Low, 2-0. Schrum can't find the ball. Runner breaks for second. Dahl there without a throw. Schrum knocked it down. It was right around the home plate area. Couldn't locate it right away. And there, Ethan Dahl with again, good recognition. Took a break for second and got there. So in scoring position, 2-0 now to Wehrmeyer here in the top of the 5th inning. Stars, the 7 seed. Quite a run so far in the state tournament. Off the plate, 3-0. And I kind of felt, and I was quoting the story in the Forum of Fargo Moorhead about Post 400 today, that they felt like they were a better team than their seed led them to believe. And there was some inconsistencies in the season. Just when they pitched well, they didn't hit, and sometimes when they hit well, they didn't pitch. 3-1. Joyce and Wright straight away and fairly deep for Wehrmeyer. Peek at the outfield alignment, 3-1. And a hitter's count. Nelson deals. And ball 4. A walk to Wehrmeyer. Tying run to the plate. The presence of Kane Mathiasen.
Center fielder number 3, Kane Mathiasen.
1 for 2 for Mathiasen. Single in the first. Sharply hit comebacker to Nelson in the 4th. Set in the first pitch. Mathiasen fouls it away, and strike 1, 0-1 the count. What a nice crowd as the bleachers down the right field line. Kind of get a look at some of the people that choosing shade this afternoon, and those bleachers down the right field line certainly give you plenty. 0-1, and the delivery. Off the plate, It is 1-1. And Nelson, the last couple of innings, after 3 fairly tidy and uneventful innings, has had to labored a bit here in the last inning and a third. One one. Fly ball left center field. Playable coming in is Hilbert. He'll make the catch. Shallow left center for the out, 2 down. Rather large out to get. Here's Colby Hansen.
Number 2, Colby Hansen.
Hit by a pitch, scored in his last plate appearance. It was a hit, batter, and a walk that got things going for 400 last inning as Christopherson an RBI single, and then Blanchette robbed of a hit. And a real nice defensive play by Barnacle. He really made a couple of them. That did bring a run home. But Nelson held the Stars to 2. 2 on, 2 down. Low for ball 1. One-0 pitch. It is a strike. And it's now 1-1. Caden Nelson's pitch count officially 83. He tries to get through trouble here in the 5th. Bluffing a pickoff play. Ethan Dahl scurries back to the bag. And the delivery is off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Pankratz would hit next, 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Post 2, single run of the 1st, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Post 400, 2 in their half of the 4th inning. Sat the 2-1. Little tapper foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to recall if Post 400 has, well, I'll say the last time they might have beat Post 2 was in the state tournament in 21. I'm trying to recall if they beat them in the regular season since then. I know they didn't this year. They got swept at Starion last summer as well. 2-2 the count. 2 down here in the 5th. And the pitch. It is up and in, full counts. So, traveling time for the base runners. Dahl from second and Wermeyer from first. With 2 away. Payoff pitch. Runners go. Comebacker back to the mound. Speared by Nelson. And the flip to first in time. The side is retired. Comebacker ends the inning. No runs and a hit for the Stars. No errors. They strand 2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 4.5 in the books. 87 is the pitch count for Caden Nelson through 5. We're through 4.5. It's 5-2 Post 2. State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament as we return after this.
Ted, I noticed that you once played American Legion Junior Baseball. Is that the way you started your baseball career?
Well, it sure was, Jim. I used to play for the DeWitt C. Mitchell, post number 201 in San Diego, California. It was a great break for me, too.
Well, how do you mean that, Ted?
While playing American Legion baseball, I learned about the value of team play, sportsmanship, and met a lot of fine fellows in the process. Besides that, I learned a lot of baseball through the organized competition that the program affords. I think that every boy in America should play American Legion Junior Baseball if it is at all possible for him to do so.
Thank you, Ted Williams. And here's hoping you keep right on winning batting championships for many years. This is Jim Britt reminding
Third of the order. For post two, 5-2 on a beautiful summer's afternoon here at Jack Williams Stadium. Day 5 in this tournament, when you go 10-team double elimination, it does become a week-long excursion as Carson Cheek leads things off against Frederick. Just a bit inside, and ball 1. Tried the corner and missed. Sheik, Hilmert, and Ebling. That one slipped. It happens. Bases loaded walk by Sheik in the third. Also reached via an error as Frederick, an inning in 2/3 of relief work, popped up. Blanchette gives it a peek. That one is bouncing around and among the stands and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sheik, Hilmert, and Ebling for post 2. Frederick, an inning in 2/3, has surrendered 2 hits, 2 walks, and a run with 1 strikeout. It's now 2-1. And down low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Started the inning at 24 pitches to get 4 outs. Here's the 3-1 and a leadoff walk.
Left fielder, number 14, Brander Hilmert.
I'll bring up Hilmert. Oh, those leadoff walks. They will a lot of times come back and get you. We have enough stats and numbers in this game that it would be tedious and it would take a lot of work, but how many times the leadoff, if it's a walk, comes around to score? I bet it's over half. Here's Hilmert. Ball 1. Sacrifice fly in the third. He is 0 for 1, line to short in his last at bat. I bet it's a lot. Okay, this is Major League Baseball. Wes Offerman says approximately 38 to 41%. So that's in the bigs. I wonder at this level if that number is, yes, higher, Bob. I'll take higher for the win. It's got to be. Even the big league level, you think about that. Those are trained, paid professionals. 2-1. I said even in the bigs, it's hovering either side of 40%. Just think that number probably climbs the lower level you go. Set the 2-1. Fouled off to the right, now to play. Top 4 hitters in the order have accounted for the hits. They are combined 5 for 9 at the plate between Schrum, Barnacle, Kozadowski, and Nelson. 2-2 pitch. Missed inside. Full count. See if Sheik's moving here with nobody out. Swarmeyer holds on with him at first. 3-2. And inside, ball 4. Frederick throws his hands up in disgust. 2 on, nobody out, and that will bring up the 9 batter and Colby Ebling.
Third baseman, number 6, Colby Ebling.
Activity as well. That's Oshner again. He's been up at least a couple of times now in the Stars bullpen. As Ebling 0 for 2, struck out in his last at bat, and pulls 400, anticipating a bunt. Try and move those runners over. There's the bunt. They offer at it and miss for, oh, that's a pulled back, did not offer, ball 1. Shortstop Ammerman took off at a dead sprint to third base to go cover a potential bunt. He was moving faster than Dahl was at third. 1-0 the count. So Ebling, the play on the chart from head coach Luke Rosted. 1-0 the count. Luke over 600 wins and counting at post 2. There's a bunt. Charging Dahl. They'll go to third, throw to third, and they get the lead runner out at first. Or excuse me, out at third. So Sheik is out. Third to short for out number 1. Hilmer to second. Ebling will go down as a fielder's choice. Top of the order now for Schrum. 1 for 3 in the game. So Ammerman got to the bag, was at the bag. Dahl, if he looked at first, it wasn't for very long. His mind was on third base, and they get the lead base runner. So 1 away. And the delivery is just off the plate. Ball 1. Schrum's grounded to second. Fly to right. Doubled in the 4th. Scored on Geary's sacrifice fly, which was probably more like a sacrifice line drive. Got the job done to add to post 2's lead in the 4th. In the dirt, Blanchette can't find it. Runners will break, and will each get an extra base. Hilmer to third, and Ebling to second. 2-0 count. So at 2-0, this will bring, as you can see, the infield in for the Stars. Delivery to center field. Back, Mathiasen still chasing, reaches up, catch is made. Runners will tag, and the lead runner to score to make it now a 6-2 game as Hilmert comes across. Post 2 has made the sacrifice fly a deadly weapon. Their 4th of the game, and a 6-2 lead. And if you like fundamental baseball, you are coming to the right place. Well-stroked ball that time by Schrum on a hitter's count. And that will bring Barnacle up here with 2 down. He's reached base 3 times on an error, a double and a single, and has scored twice. In the air to center field, this one shallow, coming on. It will land for a base hit. In front of Mathiasen, 3rd hit of the game for Tate Barnacle, brings home a big 2-out run. And is now a 7-2 post 2 advantage. Loop single and a run batted in as Ebling scores. As Barnacle, 3rd hit of the day, brings home a run. And again, it's been as a whole, the top 4 hitters in the order hitting-wise. You can add Geary in the 5 spot with 2 sacrifice flies. Now a 7-2 game inside. And backed off Kozadowski for ball 1. As post 2 has put runs on the board now in 4 of their 5 innings of batting. Fredericks 1-0 delivery, knocked down by Blanchette, 2-0. Kozadowski a single in the 1st, a walk in the 3rd, out on a comebacker in the 4th. So 1 for 2. was credited with an RBI in that single in the first and came around and scored in the third as well. 3-0. So 3-0. And the delivery is high. There's a walk. Kozadowski a walk. That is Solberg walk 3. That is 4 now, I believe, here for Frederick. Actually 5. And will come Jeff Fichtner. A mound visit is forthcoming. So walk to Kozadowski as second and first. 2 out. Already a couple in here for post 2. And Fichtner will ask for the ball from Frederick as the pitching change coming. So that'll be it for Frederick. He goes 2 1/3, as did Solberg before him. 3 hits so far, 3 runs, 5 walks and a strikeout.
Frederick pitch count 45.
As he finishes at 45 pitches.
Fans, your attention please. Now
Would require 1 day of rest. Peyton Oshner will make his first pitching appearance here of the state tournament. So the right-hander will get loosened up. Post 2 is added on with a pair of runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Still batting, 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. They lead 7-2.
The 2026 North Dakota American Legion Baseball Class AA State Tournament is brought to you by All-Terrain Grounds Maintenance, Shields, Essentia Health, Buffalo Wild Wings, Courtyard by Marriott, Herd and Horns Bar and Grill, Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express, Quick Star, Luther Family Ford, North Dakota State University, Radisson Blue, University of North Dakota, and Vision Zero.
So Oshner on here for Fargo pulls 400 stars. Oshner, youngster, will be a junior this fall at Davies High School, as he will get his last couple of tosses in, as so far 3 runs allowed by Frederick. He is on the hook for Barnacle at second. Kozadowski at first base is Caden Nelson to the plate. So a 2 in here for post 2. Now a 5-run lead. Nelson's at 87 pitches, so might potentially be able to get 1 more inning out of him. But
Caden Nelson.
The 5-run lead so far, you may not need to. We'll see if he comes out for the 6th. His main focus at the plate right now is was intentionally walked in his last plate appearance, singled and scored in the 3rd, so he is 1 for 2. And a couple of runners out there for him here, 2 down to the 5th. High chopper to short. Big hop for Ammerman. Short way to second. And 1 pitch. A force out Kozadowski at second base, and the side is retired. So post 2 adds 2 runs here in the 5th inning. They'll pick up 2 runs. 1 hit, no errors. And a couple of runners left on base. Post 2 adds to their lead as we head to the 6th. 5 of the books here in the state Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. Post 2 leads it 7-2.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served, we're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
7-2.
Leading off for post 400, right fielder number 11, Gus Pancratz.
Top of the sixth inning as Caden Nelson will at least begin the top of the sixth inning. As Gus Pancratz will lead things off for the post 400 Stars. Pancratz, Christofferson, and Blanchette. As Nelson rocks and fires, he'll begin the sixth and missed off the plate, ball one. Pancratz walked and scored in the fourth. He is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. And the 1-0 delivery is a called strike. 1-1. Not quite at the 2-hour mark. Hour and 55 in through 5 as had a lot of clean half innings on really either side. 2-1. Nelson hit a 1-2-3 third. He has worked around some base runners. Stars have left 5 on. 3-1. One delivery is fouled back. Got a good pitch up of the zone. Hitters count, hitters pitch, 3-2. Post 2 is out hit, 406-3. 3 errors came early in the game for the Stars. It's led to 1 unearned run. Out to short, Ebling charges and fires on to first. And just got him for the first out.
Designated hitter number 6, Alex Christofferson.
So 1 away in the top of the 6th for Christofferson. RBI single. Punched one to right to bring home the first run. Stars got both their runs in the 4th. Nelson deals. It is just off the plate, ball 1. Two and 0. Line of the 2-0 delivery. It is inside. 3-0 the count. Caden Nelson got 1 inning in against the Stars on the 23rd. That doubleheader pitched a scoreless 6, struck out 2, and the 3-0 delivery. It is a strike taking all the way. Christofferson, that right at the end of the year, and both teams knew where they were going to land seed-wise. Those two had clinched the number 1 seed, 3-1. High chopper to third. Played there and firing across the diamond in time. Nice play by Ebling. And there's 2 down.
Catcher, number 7, Caleb Blanchette.
2 away now is Blanchette to the plate. Just 1 post 2 error. Ebling throwing error allowed Christofferson to reach in the second. Other than that, especially that infield side with Ebling, Kozadowski, Barnacles made a couple of nice plays. One took base hit away from Blanchette. Caleb had an RBI and that ground out in the 4th. Fastball misses away. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase. On a breaking pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. This will be pitch number 100 here for Nelson as he works with 2 away in the 6th inning. Good fastball. Strike in the outer half, and it's 1-2. Line to the 2-strike pitch. Breaking pitch. Got him looking. Good sequence of pitches there, and that's the end of the line for Caden Nelson. That's a heck of an inning to finish. 102 is the pitch count through 6, and the Stars down in order in the top of the 6th inning as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 5.5 in the books. Fargo Post 2 leads it 7-2.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Can you hear it? It's heritage. Can you feel it? It's transformation. Can you see it? It's a new kind of horizon. Your brightest moment is right now. North Dakota State University. See how far your horizons will go.
Six strong innings from Caden Nelson. And enough offensive support around him. A 7-2 post 2 lead. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, as Oshner will face
center fielder number 4, Hunter Geary.
5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Hunter Geary. A walk and a pair of sacrifice flies. 2 runs batted in, both to right field. In the 3rd and again in the 4th inning. Oshner to him and a shot to 3rd. Short-handed pick, a short hop pick there. Nicely done on the 1st. Dahl takes care of Geary for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th inning.
16, Jack Joyce.
I'll bring up Joyce. 0 for 2, flying to right, fairly deep right in his last at bat. Jamestown and the West Fargo Patriots up next. Swinging a fly ball right center field over into the gap as Mathiasen, long range to chase that one down. Able to flag that down into right center. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Number 23, Carson Sheik.
I'll bring up Sheik. We're just over the 2-hour mark, but I would say that right now the odds are good that for a 4:30 first pitch with the Eagles and the Patriots might happen, but we'll see. Sheik walked in his last plate appearance. He has a pair of walks in his reach on an air as Oshner. A lollipop up for ball 1. Wide of the delivery. Fastball there. Just above the knees, evens the count at 1 apiece. One. Good breaking pitch there. We've seen off speed. We've seen fastball. That one had some movement on it. 1-2. Jammed him, pulled it foul. And the count 1-2. So lead stays as it is. Post 2 hangs on. 3 outs to get them to the championship. That would move the Stars into a elimination game later tonight. Oshner swinging a miss in a very, very good inning. I believe 6 pitches worth. And gets a strikeout of Sheik. And the first 1-2-3 inning by 400 pitching here this afternoon. Nothing across as we head to the 7th here at Jack Williams Stadium. This winner's bracket game, post 2 leading 7-2 over the crosstown rivals.
I thought leadership meant running meetings or giving speeches. But there are so many different moments that create a leader. Lead your own way, in ways big and small. At the University of North Dakota.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
Caden Nelson, 6 solid innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 6. As he will give way to Beckett Gigstad, who has his second appearance here at the state tournament. Retired all 4 batters he faced Tuesday in a 10-0 win over Jamestown, finishing up for Wyatt Kozadowski. Did strike out a batter. 102 pitches for Nelson, and right now is in line for a win to get his team into tomorrow's championship matchup. Again, the rest of the schedule after this game, Jamestown and West Fargo next. That is an elimination game. The winner of that faces the loser of this game. The finale tonight set for approximately 7 p.m.
Shortstop, number 10, Max Ammerman.
Post 400 will bring up Ammerman, Dahl, and Essex in the 7th. Ammerman 0 for 2, grounded a second in his last plate appearance. Still searching for his first hit here at State. The lefty Gigstead deals. Ball 1. One-0 delivery and low again. Ball 2. Works from the far third base side of the rubber. Does the southpaw. It's 2-1. Three hits for the Stars this afternoon. As the pitch on the way, hit in the air to right, coming on, and it is caught. Hauled in there by Joyce and Wright, and a sharply hit ball. One away as will retire Ammerman. One down for pinch hitter Jacob Klinsky. Klinsky will hit for Ethan Dahl. Klinsky, 2026 Shanley grad, his first year with the Stars. As Ethan Dahl leaves the game 1 for 2. I believe this is the first plate appearance for Klinsky here in the state tournament for Post 400. And the delivery is in the dirt. Now it bounces away. Ball 1. Klinsky shared time with Blanchette behind the plate for much of this season for Post 400. Couple of home runs. Winning a home run in their trip out to Bozeman, Montana tournament mid-July, 1-1. But in this state tournament, it has been Blanchette that has handled all of the duties behind the plate. 1-1, big swing and a foul at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, good pitching. It's a timely hitting, but good at bats maybe is a better description by Post 2. Off the end of the bat to second. Gobbled up there by Schramm. On to Sheik at first, and the pinch hitter Klinsky is the second out here in the 7th.
Fans, your attention, please.
Another pinch hitter coming, Seth Egan will hit for Essex. I didn't even have to look. I heard the Buck Owens walk-up music, and I knew that was Seth Egan. Let's. Egan digs in, and the delivery. It is strike 1. 0-1 to Seth. Egan 1 hit in the state tournament. He is 1 for 4, did not play yesterday. Count is 1-1. Egan uses an outfielder and the DH primarily for post 400 this summer. And the delivery, foul, got a piece of Schrum, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And post 2 hangs on here, and they are 1 strike away from advancing to that championship game. You've used what? Well, it's the second appearance. Kozadowski and Gigstead on Tuesday. Sheik yesterday, and Nelson and Gigstead here. There are plenty of arms at their disposal, and waiting to see who their championship opponent will be tomorrow. They finish the deal here. 1-2. Fastball off the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael Essex left the game 0 for 3. Two-two pitch. Flipped foul to the netting, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Diamonds held up well here at Jack Williams. It's a lot of baseball through now day 5. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball held by Schrum. There's strike 3. And post 2 is on to the championship. Clean inning for Beckett Gigstead, and post 2 defends the home turf with a victory as they defeat crosstown rival, the post 400 Stars. 7-2 your final, their 3rd win of the year against the Stars. So Nelson picks up the win. Dylan Sahlberg will take the loss. Teams will shake hands at the handshake line. It's at home plate. The Stars will stick around and will face the winner of West Fargo in Jamestown. Final game tonight around 7. That'll be an elimination matchup. And we're about right on time for a 4:30 first pitch with West Fargo and Jamestown. This game played in 2 hours and 11 minutes. Post 2 with a victory. Your final score is a 7-2 post 2 victory. Final numbers in a moment.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Every day, we work together as a team. It's not just mowing your lawn. We provide full-service property maintenance. Our educated, exceptional team of ISA-certified arborists and master gardeners know what your landscape needs, improving your curb appeal with skilled care. For any landscape, home or business, we go above and beyond because it's a job we truly love to do. Get the most out of your lawn with All Terrain, your local lawn care leader. Call today.
The final total, 7 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Fargo Post 2. Post 400, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors. Winning pitcher, solid outing for Caden Nelson. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 6. And picking up the win for Fargo Post 2. Beckett Gigstead, a scoreless 7th to finish up. Dylan Sahlberg, losing pitcher for the Stars in his second appearance. 1-1 of the tournament, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, in all 8 walks by post 400 pitching. Tyler Frederick, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 5, and a strikeout in Oshner. An inning and a third, retiring all 4 batters that he faced. As post 2, a run. They've gotten a single run in the first inning in all 3 of their tournament games, as with 1 out, Tate Barnacle reached on an error, throwing error charge to Ethan Dahl. Got to second. Wyatt Kozadowski with a base hit. Ball was booted out in left center field by center fielder Kane Mathias, and Barnacle scored. They did give Kozadowski an RBI in that. That made it a 1-0 game. 3 more runs in the third. That chased Sahlberg as Barnacle with a leadoff single. Kozadowski walked, and then Caden Nelson a single as well. Low to the bases with nobody out. Nelson's hit was a bunt hit. Pair of sacrifice flies. Hunter Gary with a sacrifice fly made it 2-0. Then walks to Joyce and to Sheik. Sheik's walk forced in a run. That made it 3-0. And a Brander Hilmert sacrifice fly against Frederick counted for the third run of the inning, and that made it 4-0. Stars 2 runs in the fourth with 1 out. Colby Hansen hit by a pitch. Gus Pankratz walked. Alex Christopherson an RBI single into right field. Scored Hansen to make it 4-1. And after that, Kalen Blanchette ground ball in the hole that Barnacle made a nice play on to throw him out at first base. Pankratz scored to make it a 4-2 game. Post 2 got a run back in the fifth as it was Sheik to lead things off with a walk against Frederick. Hilmert followed with a walk, and then Ebling trying to bunted into a fielder's choice. They took care of Sheik at third base, but a wild pitch got the runners up a base to second and third and 1 out. Henry Schrum, sacrifice fly, scored Hilmert. That made it a 6-2 post 2 lead, and Tate Barnacle followed with a bloop single to center as Barnacle finished with 3 hits on the game, reaching base 4 times. That made it a 7-2 lead, and there was your scoring. 7-2 your final score as post 2 with a victory. Barnacle finishes 3 for 4 at the plate as the 6 hits with the top 4 batters in the order, as his top 4 hitters finished 6 for 12. Hunter Gary, a pair of sacrifice flies. They had 4 sac flies in the game. Gary had 2. Hilmert had 1, and so did Schrum on the game for Fargo post 2. And they got base runners on. Good situational hitting from Luke Rustad's team, and they come away with a 7-2 victory. So let's see if we can bring in get the bracket. Let's go here. So this was game 15. So post 2 is in the championship game. That'll be game 18. They will play at noon tomorrow, and their opponent could be one of 3 teams: West Fargo, Jamestown, and Post 400. So let's take a peek at the other bracket. So there's Jamestown. You can put West Fargo in right above Jamestown there. They'll play next year at 4:30. The winner will face Post 400, and that will be coming up at around 7 to 7:30 tonight. So the Stars will stick around as they will face the winner of West Fargo and Jamestown, which is coming up next. 2 hours, 11 minutes. The time of game is Post 2 right now, firmly entrenched in the driver's seat, 1 win away from a Class AA state championship and a trip to represent the great state of North Dakota in the Central Plains Regional. About 3 hours down the road in Mandan, which will start next Thursday. That'll do it here for now. Stay tuned. Our next matchup coming up at around 4:30 with West Fargo and Jamestown from Jack Williams Stadium. So long for now.